In this video, I'm going to talk about the next use case 5 of the centralized control policies. Actually, in this video, we will learn about the regional mesh networks. First, let me to explain what we should do, okay, what should happen actually, and after that, how we can implement it. The name of this use case is regional mesh networks. Okay, you know that in previous use case, in use case 4, we configured the preferring default route from regional data center. What does it mean? It means that in branch 1 in Boston, first we should use the default route advertised from the DC1 WAN edge 1 from the New York. And if this default route actually does not available, we can use the default route received from the London data center from the DC2 VH1. And also in 2 branch, Paris and Berlin, means in branch 2 and branch 3, by default and with higher preference, we use the default route received from the DC2 VH1 from the London DC2 actually. And if this is not available, we can use the DC1 or New York data center default route received from the DC1 VH1. You learned about it, but here I want to add, okay, one new policy to the previous use case. You know that in some cases, like the previous scenarios, we need to have communication between 2 branches. For example, between branch 2 and branch 3. Both of them are residing in Europe, in Paris and in Berlin. Okay, yes, I know that the traffic between these 2 branches can be sent through the data center London, and because of that we learned about the branch to branch through DC use case. But in some cases, okay, we have some application that need higher preference, higher actually quality of service requirement. Because of that, we want to have direct connectivity between some sites. For example, the sites residing in proximity geographic, okay, between the BR2 VH1 and BR3 CH1, we need to have one direct tunnel. Let me to write here. It can so useful to understand different use cases, different scenarios that maybe you encounter with them in the real world. Look at here. Here we have 2 branch 2 and branch 3. Okay, both of them are residing in the Europe. This is the branch 2. Okay, and you know that in branch 2 we have one device, one WAN edge, and this WAN edge has 3 transports. Okay, also we have branch 3. This is the branch 3, and again here we have one WAN edge with 3 transports. And normally with the branch to branch through DC, the traffic between the branch 2 and branch 3, okay, should send to the data center, for example DC2, and then from this data center we can reach to the branch 3. It is possible, and we implemented it with the TLOC list, with changing the TLOC. But now I'm going to show you how you can implement the regional mesh networks. What does it mean? It means that when we have multiple sites in a region, okay, we can have between them direct communication. Look at here, between the branch 2 and branch 3, I want to have, okay, in this scenario, direct IP succession, okay, not from DC. But between the branch 1 and branch 2, let me to write here, between the branch 1 and branch 2, okay, or branch 2 and branch 1, we need to use a data center. Why? Because these 2 branch are not residing in one for example region. Because of that, first we should send our traffic from branch 1 to data center 1, and then to the for example branch 2, or in some cases if you want you can use the data center 2. The data center, which data center is not important now. This is important that the traffic between the branches in one region should send directly, but the traffic between branches in different regions should be sent from the data center. This is the policy, this is the use case that here I'm going to implement it. Actually, we will learn about the regional mesh network. In this scenario, we have only 2 branches that are residing in one region, branch 2 and branch 3. But it is possible that we have, for example, 3 branches, 4 branches. Between all of them, we should have direct IPsec session. Okay, but between the branches in different region, we don't want to implement the direct BFD or IPsec session. Okay, let me first to show you the behavior that now we have. After that, we can implement our policy. Look at here, I can go to the monitor menu. Okay, and from the monitor menu again, we should select the network. Okay, for example, BR2 VH1, this BR2 VH1. In BR2 VH1, if we go to the real time, okay, and after that, in the device option, we can select the BFD sessions. In BFD sessions, do not filter. I want to show you the routes or the BFD sessions that here we have. Look at here. For example, between, I want to go from BR2 VH1 to the BR3 CH1, 10.0.100.03.1. As you can see here, we have BFD sessions only with the site 10 and site 20, as you can see here. Site 10 and site 20. What does it mean? It means that we don't have any BFD session between the BR2 VH1 and site